that you love them. Jesus loves you. Everybody, Courtney loves you. Everybody smile. You tour guide loves you.
Looking for an off-the-beaten-path experience while visiting Montego Bay in Jamaica? Well, Croydon Plantation may be just the place you've been looking for. Join me as I jaunt in the mountains of Jamaica. The winding, narrow roads heading up to Croydon Plantation are nothing to joke about. Put your trust in your driver and hold on for dear life. Our driver, Joe, said he could do it with his eyes closed.
Did a two-way road. Yeah, so I was telling you. So I kept driving during the road. Get to this my eyes. What about the blow? I'm blindfold, baby. No. Okay.
So this is why we speak less on the road and give you guys a chance to take the real Jamaica. Because we see this every day.
You probably figured out by now that our driver, Joe, and our tour guide, Shakira, were extremely entertaining. They cracked jokes, sang, and gave a lot of information about Jamaican culture.
Yeah, man, that's how we use the horns. That's why they make the horns on the front of the vehicle. They don't make it in the back, right? For to use it to clear the way. But you guys use it for road rage. I don't know why. Yeah, man. Even the chickens running from the, you see, it knows to clear the road. You see that? Even the chickens are accustomed to the horns in Jamaica. Yeah. They get on the road when they get the horns loaded. Yeah. I'm a backup, man. Don't worry. I'm a backup, man. That's why my voice is strong. Yeah, man. Oh, it's nice with the accent, too.
Look closely and you can see the rusted rails of the former Jamaica Railway Corporation. Trains have not run along the line since about 1988 after Hurricane Gilbert. However, on the ride up to Croydon Plantation, you can catch a glimpse of the Catadupa Railway Station.
This is a natural spring line, so Jamaica is composed of 76% limestone rock. Once water runs across limestone rocks, it filters in 99% safe to drink. So that's safe drinking water. Right? So in these rural areas, they have natural springs. They still do have government water, which is from the National Water Commission. We have 120 registered rivers across the island. The waters are pulled from the rivers. It goes through the National Water Commission system, where it goes through a filtration system and chlorine is added, and then it's pumped into a pipe. It then becomes 98% safe for drinking. Give it up for Captain Joe! And I'll give you a story. So there was once a Jamaican bus driver and a preacher, and they both met up at the gates of heaven. So there was only one space left for the day. So John thought about it and he said, preacher, go to hell. The preacher said, why should I go to hell? I've converted many souls all my life. You're choosing a Jamaican bus driver over me? Well, John said, while you were preaching, if not all was sleeping, but while Captain Joe was driving, everyone was praying.
Yeah, man. I tell them good to go, ain't no puppy show. All the girls know. Yeah, man.
So Joe took us to the Croydon Mountains in one piece and not pieces. Alright, guys? Yes.
The treacherous ride up the mountain was worth it once we saw the amazing views that stretched out in front of us. As our guide Shakira said earlier, our driver Joe got us there in one piece and not in pieces. And for that, we are grateful. Croydon Plantation is less of a plantation these days and more of a working farm. It grows pineapple, coffee, and other tropical fruits. Fun fact, there are more than 37 different types of pineapples that are grown around the world, and each one has its own unique set of characteristics. We were treated to a tasting of the different varieties of pineapple that are grown on the Croydon Plantation. Among those that are most popular in Jamaica are the Sugarloaf, the Red Spanish, the Ripley, and the Smooth Cayenne. Sugarloaf is most popular in the local fresh fruit market because it is so rich and sweet. Each variety of pineapple that I tasted had its own unique flavor profile and texture. It was nothing like the pineapple that you buy out of the supermarket in the United States. After we had a chance to tour the property and we tasted a little bit of pineapple, we then were treated to a jerk chicken lunch, which was part of the tour package. You also get a tasting of the famous Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. They encourage you to taste it without cream and sugar so that you can get the full flavor profile. Quick tip, make sure you bring cash. It can be American dollars or Jamaican dollars. You want to be able to tip the staff as well as purchase souvenirs outside of the plantation. After lunch, we were quickly ushered back onto the tour bus in order to beat the rain. We hurtled down the winding roads, dodging chickens and goats, and safely made it back to Montego Bay. If you enjoy spending time out in nature and you're looking for an excursion that's not going to be too strenuous, then I totally recommend going to Croydon Plantation. It's great for people who enjoy gardening or people who are just foodies. Just be sure to take your Dramamine before you get on that tour bus, because trust me, those winding roads will have your stomach in your throat. Thanks for jaunting with me up to Croydon in the mountains. If you like this content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Yes, I'll come back to you, then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun? To be free, be away, big breath that you can.
I'll see you on my next adventure.